Onward to Michigan State, where he achieved national renown. In the 1979 NCAA finale, he took on undefeated Indiana State and their leader, Larry Bird.
A friend of mine told me one time, and he had all the respect in the world for me. He thought I was the best basketball player that he ever seen. Of course, he's a little prejudiced, but when he saw Magic play, he goes, I hate to tell you this, Larry, and I know we're best of friends. He said, but this guy's better than you. And that was a humbling experience.
Magic was too much for the Bird. The basketball world looked on in wonder. His stage audience included Los Angeles Lakers brass. They watched his every move. They had the #1 draft pick, and Magic would soon announce he was taking his game to the NBA.
Jack Kent Cooke, who owned the team, said to him, well, he said to his father, he wasn't allowed to have a lawyer in those days, according to NCAA rules. Mr. Johnson, what do you have in mind as a salary for your son, Irvin? Or shall I call you Magic? Magic said, call me anything you want, Mr. Cooke. Just get the numbers up. And so, Mr. Johnson, he said, Mr. Cooke, I can't answer that question. And Magic said, Mr. Cooke, I can answer it. And so Mr. Cooke had a big yellow pad there, and Magic started telling him what he wanted. And he laid it out like the greatest CPA in the world. And when he got through, Cooke said, it's quite a request, young man. And Magic said, Mr. Cooke, one thing I'll promise you, you'll get your money's worth.
The first pick is the Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers select Irvin Magic Johnson, Michigan State, 6'8", 200 pounds.
College of the Desert, Palm Springs, California, 1979. The Lakers' expectations were high. They had the big fella in the middle, KAREEM, the silky smooth forward, JAMAAL, the lightning quick point guard, NIXON, and now a newcomer, an enigma, a man-child named Magic. He was a kid in a candy store. He knew the sky was the limit for the entire group.
Well, I guess the #1 goes to win our division and then win the NBA championship. I try to make set team goals instead of individual goals, because if the team wins, then you'll get individual goals. You get all American, you get all pro, you be all NBA and what have you. So if the team do well, then that's when you get the individual goals.
He has the great ability to play basketball with a lot of people where he's going to make other people happy. And I feel that for the people who are going to watch him this year, that he's going to be one of the truly outstanding players in this league. He's only 20 years old, but the way he knows how to play basketball is really, frankly, kind of shocking.
Magic prides himself on being a passer. You know, that's his strength, and someone whose concept of the game is in that direction is very easy to play with. That makes him a team player. And it means he's going to try and blend his talents in with everyone else's. So I expect to be able to work with him very easily.
We felt when we drafted him that he was special. You know, we thought he was going to do a lot of things for him. We thought he was a good player. He's got great enthusiasm. He's got great charisma. You know, he loves to play the game. It seems to be contagious with other players and fans and all of us. I love to watch the kid play. But since he's been to camp and since we've seen him this summer, we feel at this point he's a better shooter than we thought. He's a better rebounder than we thought. As you know, last year rebounding was a big, big weakness of the Lakers. But he loves at the guard position to fill in the middle and come up with rebounds, which I think he'll give us 3 or 4 more rebounds at that guard spot that we didn't have last year. So there's just a lot of pluses, and we're just really excited right now.
Magic prepared for his NBA debut against the Clippers, a well-documented last-second win.
That was down in San Diego, of course. He threw a pass to KAREEM, and KAREEM swung left, hit right, hit a hook shot from the free throw line, which was quite a feat, 15 feet out. And KAREEM, of course, was just on his way to the locker room because it was old hat to him. But Magic, the exuberant rook, ran out and threw both legs and both arms around him, give him a kiss in the cheek. The big fella broke into a smile, and I think that started a friendship that will endure always.
I had a very good preparation for playing with Magic because I played with Oscar Robertson. And, you know, I never thought that I could be that lucky twice in my life to to get to play with guys of that caliber as far as handling the ball. But Irvin understood immediately where to pass me the ball, and you know I've been used to catching it. I had that down. So you know, when he got me the ball, I was always ready for it, and he appreciated the fact that I still, after having the ball and being a great scorer like I was still paying attention to my teammates. So a lot of times, you know, when he would cut through the middle, his man would fall off on me, and I'd just drop him the ball for a layup. And we always got a lot of pleasure out of making the defensive people pay for the lapses.
The chemistry between Magic, Kareem, and the rest of the squad was championship material. Inevitably, there would be an NBA Finals debut for the effervescent rookie. A formidable opponent in the Philadelphia 76ers took them on. In Game 5, the Lakers lost the most dominant player in the NBA when Kareem went down with a sprained ankle. Although he'd helped the Lakers take a 3-2 lead in the series, he was unable to escort the team back to Philadelphia for Game 6.
Kareem goes down, our big guy. Here we are against the mighty 76ers without our main force, and going on the plane that trip to go back to 76ers to Philadelphia, Kareem usually sat in the front seat in the, you know, at the front of the plane, and we knew he wasn't coming, and everybody got their seats, and Magic usually sits next to me, walked right by our row, and we're usually row 2 right behind Kareem, and sat in Kareem's seat. And everybody kind of like looked and said, what is this guy doing? You know, and Irvin says, hey, I'm playing the captain for the day. My feet aren't as big as his, but I feel that I can feel his shoes.
It was as if Magic realized that the stage had been set just for him. You would have never known he was a rookie. He played center, forward, and guard. The Philadelphia faithful witnessed the Magic One dominate on their own court. It will be remembered, quite possibly, as the single greatest performance ever. And the Los Angeles Lakers were bringing it all back home. Champions of the world in Magic's rookie season.
So we'll be inside that locker room. We'll talk to Magic Johnson. It's over, and the most valuable player is Magic Johnson. 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Cliff here at IHOP. Some people feel just too silly.
Knew you were going to get the basketball. That's why everybody played hard on offense and really executed well, because you know if you executed your offense, you were going to get open and you were going to get the basketball. It didn't matter where he was. You know, he could have been on the other side of the court and there could have been 3 defensive players in your way. If for some reason he saw a ray of light to get you the basketball, you were going to get it. And that made it fun, because that made it exciting for you as a basketball player to go out there and try hard offensively, because you knew you were going to be rewarded for working hard at that end. And that makes it fun for anybody, because we all like to score. No matter what our roles are on the team, we all like to score. And he made sure that it didn't matter who you were, whether you'd scored the most points in the NBA or just coming in as a rookie. If you were open, you got the basketball.
People seeing Magic Johnson being a superstar and not hogging the limelight and wanting all the superstar credentials that came along with it, and just wanted to be one of the guys and want to win, that made everything else flow that much better.
Most players will tell you this: when you're in the NBA, you really don't have the opportunity to watch a lot of college ball. I had the opportunity to watch Magic play against Larry Bird in the finals, and I thought he was a great player. There were 2 guys they were considering, Magic and Sidney Moncrief. I think we were impacted more once we had the opportunity to play with him, and I think we all sat back and said, whoa, this guy can play. He changed basketball, period, because you had a 6'9" guy all of a sudden that handled the ball like a 6'2" guy. So he revolutionized the position. His excitement, is what was contagious. You know, most of us, were, in particular myself, it's kind of like you no nonsense. You go out and you just play the game. You're not worried about trying to get the crowd up and trying to get everybody up and excited. You're more business-like, and I think he came in with that boyish kind of attitude and excitement. And again, that was contagious, and it rubbed off not only on his teammates, but the fans as well. So the people got used to Showtime, as it was called.
The incredible thing about Magic, his first year and throughout the whole time I was fortunate enough to play with him, was his just incredible enthusiasm for basketball and for life in general. I've never played with a superstar of his caliber who actually practiced just about every day. And the practices were just as competitive and intense as the World Championships.
Earvin has definitely been a leader forever. Just the nature of his job, you know, the person that you give the ball to and tell him to make things work. For over a decade, the Lakers either sank or swam because Earvin had the ball and was going to do the best he could with it. And if he did stupid things, we'd be a stupid team and lose. And that never ever happened. And that's the way he is. He pays attention to what's going on around him and always tries to do the smartest, most efficient thing. That's what leadership is about, and that's what Earvin's about.
In 1982, the Lakers again had a lethal combination of talent and chemistry. With Magic's inspiration, they literally broke their opponent's will with a fast break. Showtime came at them in wave after wave after wave. They swept through the playoffs without a loss, disposing of Phoenix and San Antonio in 4 straight. Meanwhile, over in the Eastern Conference Final, Philadelphia accomplished the unprecedented, winning Game 7 in the Boston Garden.
Julius Erving. And you hear the crowd is chanting to the Sixers, beat L.A. Beat L.A. That's great. Let's listen.
L.A. was ready and able for the revenge-minded 76ers. The rematch brought the same result. Nothing, not even the good doctor, could stop the mighty Lakers from their second NBA championship in 3 years. Again, they won in 6 games. Again, Magic was the MVP. He put in a blue-collar performance, 13 points, 13 boards, 13 assists. Good night, Philly.
Kareem to Magic, Magic to Nixon, Nixon to Wilkes. He fakes, puts Bobby in the popcorn machine. A hook pass to Kareem, score!
Start the countdown. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. The Lakers are the world champions.
Final score. The world champion Los Angeles Lakers 114. The Philadelphia 76ers 104.
You know, you hear of everybody. You hear of Russell and Chamberlain. You hear of, you know, all the big games that's been played. It always seems like it's been the Lakers and the Celtics and Jerry West and Bob Cousy and all the guys. And it hasn't changed. There's 2 teams in this league that I'm concerned with, and that's the LA Lakers and the Boston Celtics. And the years that we won the championship and the Lakers weren't in the finals, you know, it's great. And I'm very privileged to be on them teams. But